welcome everybody to Reptiles and Cocktails, episode number 6. And today I will be interviewing Derrick Haire from Exotic Exchange, which I'm very, very excited to be interviewing him because there's so much I would like to know about him, his business, what he does, his breeding plans, and just so much that he does in the reptile world, and the value that he actually brings with knowledge in the reptile world. So definitely looking forward to bring him on. He is backstage waiting for us. Just a couple housekeeping things. Guys who are watching or people who are watching from Facebook, if you're not linked into the YouTube link, you will not be engaged in the live comments. I won't be able to see the comments, so we won't be ignoring you. We just can't see it. Quick fix to that. Leave Facebook, go into the YouTube link, and we're here. All right? So I'll say that a couple more times, but if you're in on Facebook, we can't see your comments. Hello, FNA Balls. How are you? All right. So I am going to bring on Derrick in a couple seconds. I just want to give a couple quick shout outs. Starting off with Gershon Porter, GP Snakes. Just the man for all of us right now, really supporting and lifting up the community with positive energy and making sure that we stay unified and that we are all pushing ourselves to a level of exuding positive energy only and sharing the love. So shout out to you, Gershon. Gershon, also I'm shouting him out because I have a snake that will be coming from him really soon, along with snake coming from Antoine Hood, High Desert Python. Shout out to Antoine. Shout out to Tyler for Freedom Breeder. Got a snake coming from them. Young Reptiles. Got snakes coming from them. Mossdale Exotic. One of my other great snakes are coming from him as well. And when I say great, I'm talking about the genetics that I love. Are coming from him. And actually, Antoine is providing one of the females that I intentionally plan to grow and pair with one of the males that I recently got from Ozzy Boys. Thank you, Mr. Ozzy, for being just so awesome with your service. And I love them animals. I just keep peeking at them. So, with that being said, we're going to bring Derrick back on. Big shout out before I forget though to Kiki Barboza, Bosa Balls. That's another person who is showing love in the community, even when you don't know it. I'm seeing him sharing the love on all platforms. So shout out to him and Keisha and turns Keys Constrictors. I mean, I just been hanging out with them a lot lately. It seems, but shout out to them. Positive energy, doing nothing but positive things. After this podcast today, Keisha has motivated me to attempt to build my own rack and breed my own rat. I'm going to make the attempt. I ain't making no promises. Check back in with me 90 days later to see how that goes, but we're going to attempt to get it executed today as far as a build. So with that said, we're going to bring Derrick on into the stream. There he is. Hello, Derrick. You are live.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. So this should be fun. So one of my I'm doing great. Doing great. One of my favorite and funniest things when I think about you, Derrick, is the day that we first met. The day that we met was at the Bro Cookout, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Derrick got a chance to experience where a lot of people think that I am highly reserved. He got to meet the Frontico first. Probably scared them, but we had a really good time that day for sure. For
Yeah, the
sure.
cookout was fun.
Yes, 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 yes. So we're going to have Derrick introduce himself, and Derrick, tell us a little bit about what you do professionally and how that ties into what you do as a hobby.
Well, when I do professional, I do security. Um, well, I do security at the hospital, but what I do as a hobby, what I really love to do is animals. and I have a little bit of everything.
Okay. Let's say a little bit of everything. I know we have to say that because it really is a
um,
little bit of everything. So let's give me what you have the top five most of.
let me see. Well, number one gonna be geckos. I got probably a little over 100 geckos.
Okay.
That's leopards, fat tails, crusted geckos. Number two would be the ball pythons. I have 16. Um,
Okay.
Number three would be my tortoises. You want to slice them up. I got elongated tortoises, red for the tortoises,
Okay.
and gotta look around.
Welcome, welcome
um,
everybody to Reptiles and Cocktails.
what else? What else? What else? Oh, and my Pac-Man frogs.
Okay.
I got I was looking to get something else too yesterday, but I couldn't. I wanted to get some but I've been wanting to get them. I got set up and everything for 'em. I wanted to get some emperor scorpions, but I definitely
Okay.
been
Hello, Macy. Welcome, welcome. All right, so Derek, help me. So my son has a leopard gecko. Break
mhm.
down the difference of the geckos for me. So you said the fat
So
tail, the leopard. Like, what's
you
the
got
difference?
fat tail, leopard geckos, crusted geckos. So the fat tail and leopard geckos, they similar, but they're not. The fat tail is more. Let's see, if you wanted to compare them, they take more humid conditions
Okay.
than with a leopard. Actually, the leopard more tamer than me. Like my fat tails, it can be a little nippy,
Okay.
but my leopards is way chill. And then the crusteds, they walk glass. They like the main three, but they let me grab them. He probably won't. Let me see.
So the crested has more of, I would say, a lizard temperament. You have to build their trust.
The leopard,
No,
I say
the crested. Oh, the fat tail.
uh,
Okay.
the fat tail. The
Okay.
crusteds is more. Hey, buddy. Let me see. She might bite me. You feel like coming up today? So this is one of my. This is one of the first fat tails I hatch. Hey, Bookie. You see her?
Yep.
Oh, wait
Bring
a
her
minute.
back.
There
There
we
she go.
go.
I can see a real. Oh, pretty.
Yep.
Oh.
This is. Wait a minute. That light.
And how
This
old
is.
is that one?
She is 1.5. No, she's two. She's 2 years old. And
Okay,
breeding
so
is. Oh, what did you
no, go
say?
ahead. Go ahead.
I want to say now with breeding, leopards is way much easier. With my fat tails, it depends if she want to do it or not. With the
Got
leopards,
you.
you can put them together, separate them 2 days. A month later, you got eggs. Fat
Okay.
tails, it depends.
Okay. So kind of like ball pythons.
Yeah.
So do you breed the ball pythons at all?
I bred them. For
Okay.
some reason, I cannot get a clutch to incubate. I mean to hatch properly. So last
Okay.
year I bred my banana jigsaw hack for pie to
Hey,
my
Vershawn.
pastel hack for pie.
Okay.
And she laid the eggs and it went over. Them eggs was in the incubator at like 89 days. They did not hatch. Mold start growing them and everything. So, but this year I'm looking to get three clutches. I got the same banana jigsaw. He with my actually he hooked up the two girls. I mean, he going in between
Mhm.
two girls. The same one from last year, the pastel hack for pie, and he going for a bongo hack for pie.
Okay. All right. So right now you're breeding the leopard geckos, and you sell the leopard geckos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
How long have you
but
been doing that?
I've been breeding the leopard geckos the longest. So I've been breeding them probably the past 4 years,
Okay.
and then um ball python. Been trying to breed them the last 2 years.
So what's the process of breeding the geckos?
It's easy. Well, actually, some people say cool them down. I don't cool mine down. Now I
Okay.
do give them like around December, January. Like they really don't even want to eat, so I still give them mealworms, but they don't eat them. But probably around I say January, I would pick the males. You want to pick the males in there with the females.
Okay.
Leave them in for a day, 2 days. You know they doing something. You hear some tussling. I don't let them get too physical, because they do like the some like to bite the females.
Hmm.
But that's about it. Take them out. Wait 2 3 weeks. Look up. You see she ovulate. You see the eggs forming in her, and that's about it. It's easy.
So when you don't have to incubate the eggs like you at a
Hmm.
certain temperature. Okay.
With the geckos, with the leopard geckos, to get males, I would try not to get all males, but to get males, you incubate them between I say 80, I want to say 87 to 90. Then somewhat in the middle of 84 to 86, you can get a mixture, and then 80 probably to 84 will be just females. Oh, that's what's the name? That's my man. That's not ain't Tank. Is that Tank? Is that Tank? That's Sunny D.
Okay. Yeah, they really
That's
cute.
my
Like I said, my son has one. Just
he like
too
it.
small of a lizard for me. I mean, she's very cute. She's nosy,
Hmm.
inquisitive, real bold, very friendly. I clean for and stuff like that. But I'm a big lizard girl. I'm a tegu Asian water monitor type of girl. I'm an alligator girl if my husband would be free
I
to the
want to get a
idea.
Tegu. If I had the space, I would definitely get a Tegu.
Yeah, so I have two of them, and mine's always go down. So, how some people stay up all year, I have never been blessed to have that. Mine's last year
Hmm.
went down from 7 months. From the first one went down late mid August, the second one went down September. Neither of them woke up until like the last week of March and the beginning of April.
Goodness.
Right now, they're more. Last year they was down, down. The girl gets up sometimes and get water at least, but the
Hmm.
boy still hasn't never come up. And I check on him and everything, but mine go down, and I hate it. That's what I hate about tegus. That's it. Because I love them when they awoke. They are so engaging, so intelligent. But that whole process, I feel like they die every year and then got to come back to life.
That's how my Russian tortoises. I was first time I let them hibernate, I was scared to death. So I let them hibernate, cooled them off. I put hay in their tub and just left them alone. I thought they was dead. Everything I read and people I asked to just leave them alone.
Hmm.
Get put a couple inches of hay in their tub and just leave them alone. So you can leave some water in there for you. I mean, for you want to. I had them. They was down from October probably to April. You might hear some moving, like they moving
Hmm.
underneath the thing, but other than that, they did not move. I ain't turned the heat lamp on, nothing. Yeah, my
See, I
Russians did
keep
that.
the basket lamp on just in case. It's not like that,
Hmm.
especially for the girl because this year she kind of went down slower, where the boy just went down. She kind of ate a little bit, and then went down. So I
Hmm.
leave the basket light on, but all the UVA lights and everything else is always off. I do have cameras in each side of each one of their tents, so if they make the slightest movement, I know that they're
Hmm.
up. The girl, like I said, she's been up for at least a drink, but the boy hasn't been up since he went down. I checked him the other day. He'll
Hmm.
give you a slight look at you, and that's it, but he's not getting up. All right, let's check
What,
out
what,
some of these comments real fast. Okay, so FNA Ball said breeding your own rats is super worth it. I'm going to see. And honestly, I believe that. First of all, I feed mostly frozen thawed. Like all of my large animals are on
hmm.
frozen thawed. But now that I'm going into breeding,
Oh yeah.
whereas though Yeah, like some of the hatches, even some of the hatchlings that I purchased, if because of the age, they may
Hmm.
still need live motivation, and then I can transition them to frozen thawed. So I just wanted to have a colony big enough to supply me that need, and then if I have anybody in the local area who may need some, that I would, I could sell
Hmm.
them off as well. So definitely, I understand why it's done. My biggest fear and thing, the reason why I never did it is because I was afraid of the smell. But
Yeah, they poop stink.
yeah, I've
Rat
gotten a lot of
dropping stink.
yes. So I've gotten a lot of feedback and different ways to manage that. So we're gonna try it. I have a decent sized house, thank God. That if it doesn't work in the location I'm gonna put them in now, then we can just move them to
Mm.
another location. So we'll see. Um, hey Macy, Pac-Man crawls are
Yes,
awesome.
they is. I love feeding them.
I don't know
They
anything
my little
about them.
garbage disposers.
Yeah, so I like to watch them eat, but I don't know anything about them. So we're going to talk more about some Pac-Man frogs. Um, let's see. Gershon is in the house. Shout
UP
out to
stinks.
Gershon. Put it again. Yes. Spicy noodles. Hey Mike, what's up, gang? Gang.
What's up?
Raina. Hey Raina. Hey, who's on the best? They are. Hey,
I
hey
gotta get one.
Q. Hey Q. Hey Q.
Hey,
I would have been afraid myself and thought they were dead also. What all do you keep, Dirk? So he did touch base on that, Dirk. Can you just kind of run through that again with
um,
all that you keep?
I got leopard geckos. I got about a out of all my gecko. I got probably 80 leopard geckos. Uh, 12 fat tail geckos. What I say, 17, 18 ball pythons. I got elongated tortoises, red-footed tortoises. I got eastern box turtles. Stink pots. I also got two stink pots. They over here by the window.
And what is that?
Eastern mud turtles. They
Oh,
about
okay.
about big as they get, and they fart when you
Okay.
scan them. But oh, the Pac-Man frogs, and I got a brown decal snake. You know what that
A
is?
brown decal snake. No.
It's a snake about they about this big. My coworker found it in his garden or something, and he gave it to, well, he told me to check it out. Let me see. He hold on. Let me see. Can I get him?
Okay. Hey, hey, man. I see y'all had a good time down at Justin's place. That's awesome.
So he tiny,
Hey,
Mike.
Ephraim. Yes, Bosa Balls. Shout out to Bosa Balls. I know he's at a conference, so if he's not in here today, shout out to him. That man shows mad love to so many people, and you don't even know he's showing the love. I just so happen to be on
Mhm.
all the platforms and I see it. No one asks him, he just does it. That's love. Who said you are the gecko king?
Oh yeah,
That's the snake?
yeah. She almost got out. I was trying to. She's real
Hey,
flighty.
Dre.
Let me see
Okay.
if you can see her. That's her or him. See in the yellow.
Yes. Oh, it's real little.
Yeah, as big as she get. And they
Dre
eat
said he loves
slugs.
the shirt.
Oh, you had to wear it. Had to squeeze in it. Yeah, I named him. I keep saying her. I named him Tyrone. Don't ask me why.
That's what's up.
Had a
Oh, you went
blast.
to Barbie too. I did see that. I didn't realize. So, do you breed anything, Derek? If so, what do you? Here, you was late because he talked about this in the first 5 minutes. So you done showed that you were late.
I, I breed
Go ahead.
leopard geckos, African fat tails, Been trying to breed ball pythons. They lock up and give me eggs, but I could never successfully hatch them. I actually bred box turtles before. Um, I don't want to take them out. Lucky, they only gave me two eggs, but one made it. But Lucky, she in her tub. Um, I might get some redfoot tortoise eggs this year too. Uh oh, thing with meat. You hear
Up,
me?
I'm here. I'm here. Go
Oh,
ahead. Sorry.
so yeah. Boxer, ball pythons, leopard geckos, fat tail geckos, and uh, where she at? Okay, okay, we pulling out the animals.
Yeah, he was
This my
already
man
out. My
Shay.
son had him. Okay, so that's a box turtle. He's as big as my red.
No,
I was getting ready to
it ain't no
say.
box.
I
This the
thought you
redfoot tortoise.
okay. Okay. I was like, that thing's big.
Yeah, this Shane. Shane and Miss Peaches. You can't believe where I got the names from. One of my favorite movies.
Low down, dirty Shane.
He like a rock waller. That's all they do.
Oh. Hey, M Tip.
That's a Burmese.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
what's up, DJ?
this one is actually the only wild caught I have, and this one is straight out the
Mm.
Everglades. This baby was born in April, not even that old, but when we got him in October, this is how calm he was. He's
I
always been
want.
this
I want to
calm.
get a. I want to get a Burmese on retake. I don't got the space right now.
Yeah, and that's important. That's what I tell people. People make
Yeah, like.
like handling them a big deal. That's not a big deal. They are just like any other snake. If you engage with
Mm,
them, it's the space. You have to have the
cause I,
space for sure.
cause I definitely want one. I don't think I would breed them. But I would definitely want one. Okay, walk around.
Oh, hi, Lavelle. Thank you for stopping through.
I'm at work. My bad.
Oh, cute excuse for being
Late.
late.
Ah,
All right, who we got? Hey,
up
hey, hey,
family.
family. See, I see that you saw it. You know, I've been posting. Yeah, Bosa is amazing. Good guy. I'm trying to get him on. So if I get him on, I'll be the first because this is it's a struggle.
Bosa, but we where they at? Where Bosa at?
I believe Bosa is in Florida,
Florida.
correct, Lavelle? Um,
Look,
Ray. I'm about to lose service. I'm in Walmart. Nope, no problem, Raina. Derek, what made you get into reptiles and what's your favorite reptile of all? Okay, so that's actually one of my questions.
alright, what made me get into reptiles? Well, actually, I always loved animals, but as I got older and started working and making money, I just fell in love with reptiles. But I always had a love for animals. Like when I was little, I would, like any other kid, catch turtles, snakes, sneak them in the house, catch a stray dog. We always had animals. Like when I was little, I had ferrets. I named them Bobby and Whitney when Bear Bobby Brown was coming up. Guinea pigs, hermit crabs. We had about everything when I was me and my brother had about almost any type of pet coming up except for cats. We had a cat till we got older, but we
Okay.
stayed with pets. And my favorite reptile, turtles. Like I was a big turtle lover before I
Hmm.
fell in love with geckos. Like I stayed with a turtle or a tortoise. I think
Gotcha.
one of my oldest turtles is I got a box turtle. Me and my brother took care of. We found back in like '06. I still got him to this day.
Dre said, "What's the most difficult?" Okay, Bolsa is in South Florida. Bolsa Boss is in South Florida. What's the most difficult animals you work with?
I have a spider ball python named Bella. Every time she should know me, but every time I know she'll probably bite me. Me and her always get into a fight, like every time. She probably my worst, not my worst. I love her, but she's my most difficult animal I gotta work with. Probably her and Vice. They my first two ball python.
Okay. What do you think is the biggest misconception about reptile owners?
That we hoarders.
We might be. We might be. No.
We hoarders with a purpose.
Right. Right. Exactly.
That's the first thing I get when people like, you got what at home? I got a lot of animals. So what? I take care of them. But yeah, like that's the first thing I think pop in my mind. People think we hoarders or I bet you your house stink. No, I take
Yeah.
care of my stuff.
Right,
But yeah,
exactly. You can walk in here with not even know. Like my brothers came here and they all afraid of snakes, so they came up here for the
mm,
first time since COVID this past December, and they come in and they like, where the snakes? And then I got big snakes. I got 8 footers all around this first level. I mean this middle level. And I'm like,
mm,
you're standing right in a room with them. You know, like you wouldn't even know if you didn't know. And so I think the biggest misconception is that they don't think we're professionals. And that's one of the things
mm,
that I'm trying to do with this podcast is that as I bring people on to share that we're the professional people. We do great things, for work, but we do amazing things for the hobby as well. So that is, I think is one of the biggest misconceptions. Like it cracks me up when not just at work, but when we might be somewhere and my husband might tell somebody, that my wife owns snakes and things like that, and they will
they
say, "Well,
might
you
think you
don't look
weird.
like."
Like she on what?
Yeah. Or say, "Well, you don't look like a person who owns snakes." I'm like, what does that person look like? You know what I mean? Like,
Mm,
can you please draw that person on a napkin and tell me what that person looks like? Then maybe I understand what that means. But just like, people have their other things they do for a hobby, whether it's a book club or whatever. Our hobby is just as important. In fact, probably more important because we have a whole community that if you're not a part of us, you don't know anything about. We welcome you,
mm-hmm.
but if you're not a part of us, you know nothing about.
I have some coworkers think I'm crazy. Cause like one coworker, he finally came over my house for something. And I gotta see, you really got them many animals? I just flung the door open. Look,
Here you go.
I thought you was lying. No.
Mike said people think we crazy. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. Nothing's wrong with
let
us.
them think it. Well, there you go,
Bosa!
Bozo.
Hey, I didn't think you were making it. Shout out. I shouted out you a few times today. Your love goes beyond what people can imagine. And it's nothing like having a friend that you don't know is a friend and a person who's supporting you in the background and you don't know they supporting you. When your own family and friends don't support you, you got people like Bosa in the background spreading the love. Shout out to you, bro. Let's see. Dre said, if people don't think you're crazy, you ain't doing it right.
A lot of people
That's
think I'm
true.
crazy.
All right. So, what are you most proud of the hobby today? When you look at the hobby today compared to when you first started, which, wait a minute, before I say that, before we were off stage, y'all, let me put it on the record. Derek had no idea that I was as old as I was. So he assumed that I graduated with his brother who graduated
I
in
thought she was
2000.
class of 2000.
Ah! Class of 91. Um,
I was 7.
no, it's the water. It's the water. So yeah, so for me, and this is one of the things that I'm challenged with. I get that a lot where I have to check people because they'll talk to me like I'm a little girl in a hobby, and I'm almost 50. In some cases, older than you. Um, I also forget sometimes, like just ready to ask you that question. I was ready to say, how do you think things have changed since you've been in the hobby? But for me, that's a larger span. That's 30 something plus years. And for you, that's only like what, 15,
Mm,
10, 10 years? A
yeah, a
little
good
over?
10. 10.
Yeah,
I've been hitting
right?
it hard for 10.
Right. So your experience is going to be totally different from mine. So tell me what you do see, though, in the 10 years that you're proud of us today.
Mm. Ugh.
Thanks, focus.
Ah, ah. I don't know. Come back to me on that one. I gotta
Okay.
come
Okay.
back to me on that one.
So let me tell you where I'm most proud of. You take a bye, baby. I see you later. I see you later, man. That's big meat.
Big
I
me.
see you later, man. You got him? Okay. I'm proud because back in when I first started herping, there wasn't a lot. It was none of this. Forget social
Mm-mm.
media education. Okay, that didn't exist. You had that big old encyclopedia and what you could find on MySpace back in the
Wait a
day.
minute, wait. You mean this encyclopedia? Hold up, hold up.
Oh, don't tell me you got one. Yes, Mike, we get more love from the reptile community than our own friends and family. Hey, Amar.
This one, I
Yes,
got this.
where do you still have yours? Yeah, so we actually, I think we got that book from school
Uh,
or when we visited the Smithsonian and we had to pay for it.
I got this from Barnes and Noble
Oh,
some years
okay.
back.
But that's all you had,
This
right?
and like old copies of Reptile magazine.
And things like that. So what I'm most proud of is that there is a whole community. So if you were the little girl or the little boy that I was
Mm,
30 plus years ago, who lived in a household of nobody else who understood why you like animals. And I have a lot of siblings. I'm the only, as my brother would say, she was always the weird one. Um, so I'm proud that there's a platform of education
mm,
for the little boy or little girl who parents won't teach them, won't let them explore the hobby, won't give them the books or purchase the books because they're so afraid of reptiles. That right now, that child, even my granddaughter at 5 years old, can
mm.
Google everything they need to know about reptiles. That's what I'm
Yeah,
proud of. And find a platform of normal people who look like her, you
yeah.
know,
'Cause I ain't
black
gonna lie. I
women
thought
with
I was.
her.
First, I'm like, this rare. We rare in this hobby.
Hey,
But yeah, I got.
Lexa.
Yeah, I gotta. My mother. I gotta give it up for. Like, I mean, she know I like animals. Her thing was like,
Hey, Mike.
you can bring it home, but if you get out the cage, it's gone. But she did let me. I give my mother that. Like she did.
Yeah.
She let me when I was a kid explore some.
Yeah, so
But
my
now,
parents were supportive. It just wasn't like I was a herper then. I'm not a woods girl as much now as I was then. We grew
mm,
up. I grew up in Cherry Hill in Baltimore.
oh,
Yeah.
I
I'm
know where
I'm a
that's at.
hood chick. I tell people don't you get me twisted. I'm all the way hood. I grew up in Cherry Hill. My parents sent me to school to polish me up, but in Cherry Hill, we were surrounded by woods and water. So
Mm,
herping was a big deal. I mean, down to the fact that we walked out in the water to do crab and fishing and things like that. So that was normal for my community. What was abnormal is for a little girl who want to bring snakes in the house or bugs. Or I used to be really, really like catching grasshoppers back then.
ooh,
I thought they were really cool and getting a whole jar for them.
I did that
So
when the cicadas came. I
so
used to
yeah,
collect
so
them.
back then I wouldn't do it now though. I would not go and collect. I hate cicadas now, but when we were younger, I couldn't wait for
Uh,
them to come.
them and five, not what they call fireflies,
The
lightning bugs.
lightning bugs. Yep, yep. And we would take. Remember, I don't know if y'all did it, but in Cherry Hill, we would take the little light off and put it on so we have a gold ring.
We used to do it for like we had like an earring.
Okay, yeah, we did it. We did it for the gold ring. Okay. So you have children,
I have a niece,
a niece that's always with you, or
the
with
one
you a
that's
lot.
always,
Okay. So she loves animals because clearly,
yes, my brother had her, but she's my daughter.
got you, got you.
She act like me.
Yep, the fam is in the house, Mike. I don't know how. I went to sleep on the fam last night. I couldn't hang out to 2 in the morning last night. I think I probably went to sleep with the headphones on, listening to the podcast about 11, 12, something.
Uh, so I was going to work.
Yeah, see, the Keys family, they be up. They can work all day and hang up all Friday night, literally. But it's a party. I'm telling you guys, if you want to have a good time on a Friday night, you got to watch that podcast.
Yeah,
I mean, they on Wednesdays too. They do balls and things on Wednesdays too. But
mm-hmm.
Friday is hand down Fridays, and it's like just being in the reptile bar, I guess, with
Ooh.
your wildest crew that you line up and y'all just chilling and just talking stuff. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Hugh got back when I started 20 something years ago. All I had was the library. Everything weekly trip to the library. I wouldn't swap out booze to learn as much as I could. I would swap out. Did he say booze?
Books.
I hope
I
he
think he
said
mean
books.
books. I think he mean books.
I don't know. We're talking about shit. I hope he wasn't swapping out booze.
But I used to do that too. I used to go to um what's the library? Up there near Sinclair Lane. Me and my two cousins go up there and be in the library for hours. I did books. Yep. Now another thing I used to do too when I was younger, I used to look at Crab Creatures. Came on
Uh huh.
PBS.
Uh huh.
That was my show. I ain't gonna lie. Now them two, and of course
Mhm.
Jack Hanna and the man that saw Crocodile Hunter. Them three for me. That would that was my childhood.
So, I have several. Everybody knows that one of my all time favorites is Kevin McCurley. He was
Forgot about him.
everything for me in my when I was coming up. I was of course the Crocodile Hunter. I love Turtle Man. I
I
don't know if
wish I could have got a chance to meet him, man.
So the funny thing is that if I look back over life, and if the
Hmm.
crocodile hunter was alive today, I think so many of us would have met him. I think
Oh
growing
yeah.
up for me, he was intangible. So that was the thing about Kevin. As normal as he thinks he is, to me as a child growing up, he was like
Mm.
Michael Jackson of reptiles for me. So the day
Mm.
I met him, let me put it in perspective. It was like you thinking you're going to Michael Jackson house to interview him in Bubbles,
Mm.
and then Michael Jackson just call over all the Jacksons, and y'all just end up kicking it around the whole crib. That's what it was. Like I felt like from first of all, he was so shocked of that I was who I was, because of
Mm.
course my husband scheduled this private tour and everything, and it was just amazing. And I think that if he was alive, the crocodile hunter was alive, we would have realized that these people was always accessible to us. We just
Looked like he
didn't
was a cool
have the
dude too.
access. Yeah, we
Looked
just
like he
didn't
was
have the
cool.
access. You can tell
Yeah.
reptile people in general if you're talking reptile stuff. Now, let me tell you something. I'll be honest. There are people that I choose not to have a conversation with outside of the hobby at all. You are not my person outside the hobby, but inside the hobby,
Mm.
we can kick it. You're right. We can kick it, and that's real. Um,
What do you think about Kenan down in Florida?
so
Camp Kenan.
yeah, so I like to watch some of his videos.
Mm.
I think the difference for me when it comes to some of them, like I love watching Tyler Nolan only because I'm intrigued by anyone who deal with
I
a
don't
bunch
know.
of venomous. So he's a
See,
big
that's
venomous
I.
snake keeper.
Yeah, but yeah, he like the venom
I'm
stuff.
not a venomous snake
Me
keeper
either.
either, but I
I
love
know I
seeing
would get bit.
people. Oh, see, that's
I
me.
know I would get bit.
I tell people all of that. Like I'm that person that because I'm first of all, I do believe that a snake reads your energy.
Mm.
It reads your energy, and I don't how some people can even, like I was saying to Joelle, when was it that first time that you realized you can touch taco here? How did you test it? Let me see if this is the day that I'm gonna touch the head of a king cobra. Like how? Like
Maybe the
you
day I
have to
get bit.
have a whole set of balls that most men ain't growing to do that. Okay,
Balls the
like
size of grapefruits.
right. I'm
I ain't
touching
touching
this
that king
head.
cobra head.
But I love to see what he did. I remember when he first got that snake, and I love to see what he's done with her.
Mm-hmm.
To watch the progress, because what it does tell you, it's just like I think of the venom as how I thought of retics 15 years ago. If you
Mm.
asked me 15 years ago, I would have told you the same thing that I'm telling you today about a king cobra, about a retic. And look at me
Mm.
now. I prefer a retic. So but I never stopped learning about them and educating myself about them. So it all
Mm.
depends, on. I think one of the things too is it's important how you present things. One of the reasons that I don't show my retics eating a meal on a video, you don't see a YouTube. You might see one of me showing how I might present, far as how to safely feed, but nothing where you
Yeah.
see my snakes devouring. And the reason why I don't do that specifically with retics, I don't think it bothers people when it's a ball python. But specifically with retics, there's this thing where people think that they can eat people, right? So if you
But
go
he's
and
not gonna.
feed right, if you go feed a deer, which they can eat certain
Uh huh.
size deer, you go feed them a doe and it eats a doe. Now, and that person who already thinks
He
they
can
can
eat a
eat
human. He can eat
people,
a human.
right? So that's why I don't do that. Now I know damn well neither one of them. I watch them sometimes take an hour to almost devour a 12-pound rabbit. So I know they have no, intention on
Yeah,
beating a
like
horse
they
to
couldn't get
death.
past our shoulders.
Right,
I know they gonna
exactly.
get past my shoulders.
Okay, we said books.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be books too. Dre said his people was Jeff Corwin,
Oh, Jeff.
Irwin.
Forgot about Jeff Cole.
They were my faves. Q said Matthew Oakley and I were supposed to grow up and be the African American version of trans creatures. I love their whole concept. Yeah, so Matt is another one, very educated. I actually had one of my
Is he
retics my first
Pennywise?
time.
That's ain't that
No,
Pennywise?
no, no.
I get him in
No,
Penny.
no, no. Pennywise, I think Jeremy works for Pennywise. Matthew Oakley breeds the best. I mean, he's from what I understand, actually breeded at some point some of the first, the world's very first. I would love to get him on this platform. Believe it or not, I have total access to him, and Matthew ain't been on here yet, but hopefully, he'll be on in the next 30 days because I would love for him. He's not big on the spotlight, but he has so
Mm.
much knowledge. He produces quality animals. He's doing the whole reptile thing on a whole nother level, than most of us. Very impressive. And then, like I said, one of my favorite babies, my purple sunfire, is a baby of his. So, yeah. Wait a minute, I did a whole commercial for Matt. Crew, call Matt and tell him to ask Cat said send me my check. Um, Lecca said he's off today. Good. Somebody needs a break around here. M tip. When I tell my family I'm going to start breeding ball pythons, they said, "Are you crazy, man?" Okay.
No.
And then I would say this: one of my favorite videos that I was watching of Ozzy is the same people who thought at one point thought he was crazy. Now want to get tips on how he got to where he got. So we
That's
know
it.
it's a lucrative business.
Oh yeah.
Peace, low life.
Although like yeah.
Hey, 310 exotics.
I keep man. I love it. What kind you? Oh yeah. What kind you keep?
He got a little bit of everything too. I'll have him on the show one day too. Also he's sporting that dope logo that Vaughn Guyton did. Yay, yay. So Vaughn is actually going to be on next week on the
Mm.
podcast. So anybody who's in the chat, you definitely want to tap into that. If you're looking for anything to promote your business, whether it's a logo, graphics, she does some amazing logo rolls and signage. She's done a lot for me. She's done my stickers. Just dope girl, and she's talented. She can take a
Right.
vision.
You
You
heard
can
these
tell
summer
her
mines.
something. I'm telling you, you gotta check her out. My whole logo got created from a 1 o'clock in the morning phone call and me just giving her colors and I wanted two
Mm.
snakes. That's all I told her. I knew the colors I wanted and I wanted to be holding two snakes. And she came back with that. And
Mm.
I was like, that's it. That's me. That's it. So yeah. Dope. Shout out to Vaughn and keep a lot of stuff here. He keep a lot of stuff there. Yeah, so
Mm.
definitely. I follow 310 Exotics on TikTok. So if you don't follow him there,
I
he
gotta
got
get
some
a
dope
TikTok
videos.
account. I'm
Yeah, you gotta
behind.
get a
I don't
TikTok.
have a TikTok account or what's the other thing? Twitter.
Twitter.
I
So
don't got
I have
neither
a
one.
Twitter. I just hardly ever use it, but the TikTok I actually do find benefit of utilizing TikTok. In fact, what
Mm.
I was talking about when I was talking about Bolsa earlier, I was on TikTok, and then one day my logo and this wonderful ad of somebody's popped up, telling them check me out on YouTube, and I'm
Mm.
like, that name sounds familiar, and so I tied it into who it was. I'm like, oh, that's
Uh,
Bolsa, but that's dope, And he did it not for me, but it was like a slide of about 10 logos that he
mm.
just was, putting out there, So I mean, that's just dope love when you ain't gotta ask somebody to show love. I always love that, and I give love back in return. When you show me love and with no effort, you get it back from me with no effort.
Mm.
310 Exotic says I have great bassin rattlesnakes, Mojave greens, western diamondbacks, pygmy rattlesnakes. The only venomous stuff I keep.
Okay. Listen, I
Yeah.
know they get kind of big. They had some at I think they had Easton's. I'm not sure. I know the zoo had some that they was keeping in backup.
Okay.
I used to volunteer at the zoo. That was fun till they cut it.
So yeah, that's where I think I first saw maybe a video. You may have been working at the zoo part time or something.
Oh, the aquarium. The zoo ain't
Aquarium.
gonna let me
Okay.
film. Yeah, the zoo ain't
Okay.
gonna let me
Okay.
film behind the
Okay.
scene. That was
Okay.
the aquarium. Yeah, I
Okay.
should volunteer. Well, I'm still volunteer at the aquarium.
Okay.
I took a break from it now, but I'm still like on the road. What they call it, roster. But the zoo, since COVID, they like the position I had at the zoo volunteer. They dropped it all together, which sucked.
Got you.
I used to do commissary just to prep all the food for like I used to prep all the Tuesdays and Wednesday food. I can't even remember for the animals, but and other stuff I would do. But yeah, you seen the video I probably made at the aquarium.
Okay. So Snake said, oh, Vaughn did her. Yeah, I know she did probably quite a few of our logos now, but she just keep getting better and
She do
better.
rugs.
Oh, the rugs, you got to you
I'm
follow
on a
her.
rug.
I'm gonna send you. Actually, she'll be on next week. I'll share the link. I'll send you her link after this
Yeah, I
live,
want a
but she'll
rug
be
done.
on next week too. You got to see. You got to go on her page, Vaughn Garden Designs, to see all the stuff she does. But the rugs are dope. I'm not gonna lie, they dope. I
Did she
don't
do
do rugs in
clothes?
my house. Well, she's done shirts for me, So she does. There's
Yeah, like
nothing
I want to
I
get
ask
some
her
shirts made.
branding. She your girl. She your girl.
Like I
She
want to
call
get
of
some
everything.
shirts made.
Call.
Cause that's
I'm
the one
telling you, she your
thing.
girl. She your girl.
I got stickers. I need some shirts made and some
She your
hats
girl. And not only did
and
she
some
get it made, her
wristbands.
turnaround time is fine. She actually did my table skirt for Lady T's Exotic. She does nothing I've asked her can she do. She
Yeah,
couldn't.
I might need her stuff because my table at the reptile show was plain.
Aunt Betty is
I ain't had
here.
no who.
Aunt Betty.
Oh, buddy.
Sup fam? Aunt Betty is here. She's in a group.
Did she come to the cookout?
It's yes, and it's a whole nother name in the group. So yes, but that's Aunt Betty. Aunt Betty came to the cookout. She did.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, Aunt Betty got a rug too. Okay. Yeah, I mean they're really really nice. I don't do rugs in my house, but what I want her to do is I'm gonna get her to make one. I'm changing out one of the reptile rooms, and I'll probably have
Mm-hmm.
one. even though it's a rug, but have her kind of canvas it for the wall.
Yeah. I said somebody do that. Yeah, do that. I said somebody do
Yeah.
that.
Oh, I'm
You know,
definitely doing that. Oh, I'm going to have me one. I'm going to get me one.
somebody did that.
310 Exotic said I should be getting some speckled rattlesnakes soon. They are fire. I can't wait to jump on the show as soon as I have some merch coming as well. He actually does dragon snakes too, which I know they are hard to keep alive, but
Yeah.
he actually
He
has
broke.
some.
Mm,
Yeah, he
dang.
has some.
Oh, it's not fine. Super professional. But
Yeah, Mike, it
yeah, I'm
is.
at the.
Gotta
I
hook up.
might want a rug on the wall. I can't
Okay,
find
so
one.
that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do, Aunt Betty. I'm getting mine on the wall.
I got to get me
Yeah.
one that look
Yeah, I
like
mean
it.
that's the thing, guys. Everything we do, we want to make sure that first of all, I'm not the girl who just going to say support somebody or support it because they who they are. I'm going to have to love your quality, love your service, and love you
Mm.
for me to say that you're a good person to promote it. And when I tell you that I have dealt with a lot of people on a creative tip, that girl,
Hmm.
her mind is something different. She's the bomb. I can't wait till she's on next week. We'll talk about her all next week and dig into some of her creative mind. But she comes
Yeah.
up with something hot every time. Has some of the best TikTok videos right now. Very dope.
Yeah. I
I
know I'm
agree.
20. I need glasses.
Yeah,
I'm
I got
trying.
contacts in. I can't see without my eyes. I got on contacts. So, Derek, if it was one person and one animal, if the world was to crumble and it was only one piece of land
Uh,
that you could have for the rest of your life, what would it be with that one person, one animal, and Derek? And not family. We can't. I'm talking about non-family, not children or niece. I'm talking about people in the hobby.
oh, people in the hobby. Oh.
Yes.
Uh,
I want your
ah,
mama to be like, Damn, you said you wanted to be with so and so, and not me.
uh, let me see the piece of land.
hmm
Piece of land. Can it be a continent?
Yeah.
Australia.
Okay.
And somebody in the field. Uh, mm, what's his
Everybody, drop
name?
your links in the comments as Derek thinks this out. To your TikTok, your
Um,
Instagram. Drop
what
your
is his
links.
name? I would say Australia and personal hobby. uh, What's his name? It's a big dude. He in. Y'all probably seen him. He lived in San Diego, I believe, but I think he moved to Thailand or
Dingo.
Singapore. Who?
Dingo.
Dingo?
Dingo.
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh, what's this dude name? He had a funny DMZ Exotics. Big bald head dude.
No, I gotta Google. I don't know who that is. I gotta Google him.
Mm. Well, if not
So
him,
what would
well,
be
I'm
the
gonna go
animal?
animal.
Other than a gecko.
I want these so bad. Sand, the sailfield dragons. You ever seen
Oh,
them?
that's the one that looked like a little T-Rex. It got the big. Oh
I
they are
want them. I
beautiful.
want to breed them so bad. I remember
They are
seeing one.
beautiful.
Oh, you from Baltimore? I remember seeing one. You ever went to Exotic Aquatics?
Yes, I said yes.
Exotic Aquatics had one years ago. I was like, oh, I wanted one so bad. Now, them
So
and oh, go ahead.
where did I saw one recently at a reptile show. I don't know if it was Oaks, but it was only one, and the person had
Mm,
crocodiles too. But it looks like a little T Rex to me, a little baby T Rex.
I want one of them so bad. Them and mangrove monitors. I want to breed.
Okay, okay, all right. So if you had a vision of this is the day I quit my job,
Mm.
what would you be doing?
Oh, I want to quit my job in 2 years to do this. But
Okay, let's
no,
talk about it.
but no, I can quit my job tomorrow and be doing what I want. You basically quit my job and do what I want to do.
Yep.
I will. I would open up. I don't even want to call it a reptile zoo, but like an animal. I open up a miniature zoo called Creature City and run it. And we take in animals for real, like any type of animal. We got tails, scales, feathers. It got a home here. It'd be like a zoo and a
Hmm.
animal shelter.
That's cool. So I think, like I said, one of the things I love about coming home is that I feel like I created a fantasy world for me. So as a little girl, one day I'm gonna grow up, I'm gonna have a house, and I'm gonna have these amount of snakes. Now I didn't know retics was gonna be in it, but I'm glad they are. I'm gonna have
Mm.
this amount of snakes, and I'm gonna have these amount of lizards, and I'm gonna have this set up here and this set up there. Like when I come home, I'm really living a childhood dream because I think that the
Oh,
other part of the reptile hobby that we have to talk about is that I don't care on what level you're doing it on, none of it is
mm.
cheap. None of it is cheap.
Hell no. Ooh, let me
Or
cuss.
you kill, no, you're good, you're good.
No.
Or you're killing animals.
No, it ain't cheap.
None of it. I don't care if you have tarantulas, a gecko, or whatever. None of it is cheap. You have to
Mm-mm.
provide a continuous form
It's
of
time and
lifestyle and
money.
feeding. Exactly. For
Like
cleaning, even
cleaning. I
cleaning.
had a coworker used to take me to the market. So I be in the produce section. I'm getting all this collard green, carrots, mango, papaya. Oh, you eating
Yep.
good? You eating clean?
It is not for
This ain't for
you.
me. This
My
for my
husband
turtles.
say that. My husband comes home from work and I'm sitting there and I got salmon and I got broccoli and I got this out and he comes in. I got the meal on his feet like, is this for us or is this for the lizards? I have things
Lizards.
labeled: salmon for the lizard, Larry's fish, Larry's shrimp,
I do the same thing. Go around the market. Be this cashier.
candy.
Oh my God, you eating clean? You've been doing this for a while. Like this one lady, I would go around and get dragon fruit for my redfoot tortoises. So she like, how do it taste? Where the hell if I know? I don't eat it. It's for my turtles. It's for my
I'm going.
turtles.
I'm going to Mama D's after this. This is for the daggone animals.
I'm gonna give me a
That is
chicken box.
funny.
This for my turtles.
That is funny.
Chicken box
But
and a
we
Pepsi.
do. I promise you, if you ask most of us, if it was a decision between, Dad, I gotta make sure that this animal has this, and me having lunch, you feeding the animal. It's like you can't help it because you feel
So I
like
can I
you.
can miss lunch. I can miss. I got some weight. I can fast.
Call somebody. But the
But
animals
no,
make it bad.
like my brother know I'm like that. Like once I had to break my neck here for something. We was going somewhere, but like I had to stop here to check. I had to stop home and check for my this last year. When
Hmm.
she was obligated, but I know she got eggs in it. She about to lay, but I gotta go home and check on them. My brother like, really? I said, yes. 10 minutes. I gotta run up there and check on 'em. 10 minutes turned to an hour. He in the car waiting. I had to feed this. I had to change this.
That's crazy. Yeah, I think that I mean, shoot, even when I look at like on a monthly statement of how much I spend more money on reptiles than I do anything. I mean, of course you got your mortgage, but I'm talking about as far as lifestyle. Um
Yeah.
I've watched just things change. Like if I come up, when I get large amounts of money, it's never,
Mm.
used to be, well, let me see if I can buy this for myself and do this, take this trip. Not even a thought. It's the first thought is how can I invest this in my animals? What can I buy? What
Mm.
animal can I buy?
Shoot. I'm about to get a new I want to get one of those skyscrapers with the Z-Man skyscraper tanks. I want
Okay.
to get one of them. I want to put my trusted geckos in it. But
Okay.
they got the bottom part where you can add water. I
Mhm.
want to put some guppies at the bottom. But I don't know if the correct. I mean, I want to give them some type of land. So I'm not sure yet. But I do want to probably the next week or two to get my skyscraper.
Yeah, so I'm hopefully, well, just all how it works out. I actually plan. I mean, me and my husband would love to definitely in the next couple of years relocate to Texas on some land.
Texas.
Yeah, that's where that I always wanted. Well, first of all, it was going to be down the south because my
Mm.
family is from North Carolina, but then when they did the Tegu ban, it's like, okay, well, can't do that no more. Changed my whole
Oh
vision.
yeah.
But my twofold, my company is looking at a lot of additional purchases in Texas, so it would be
Mm.
a nice move for me. Good come up for my company to have one of their regional partners in that state. And I will also enjoy being able to what I can sell this house for here
Mm.
and buy in Texas, like I could be in a mansion. So I can have all the land I want, add additions I want, and everything. So our goal is 2 years, maybe three, but by the third year, definitely by 2005, all of this got to get packed up, and we'll be somewhere in Texas for sure.
Mm.
Yeah, Candy, I'll actually
I'm
be
a,
visiting more over the next year for work. So definitely, I'll be able to see you soon.
shoot, I just want to get a house so I can get more
Mhm.
animals. Mom, like, you don't want a house and get a wife? No, she can wait. I need more
Right.
animals.
Oh, Mike, you in Texas too? Okay, okay. Hey,
Shoot,
Gary,
I'm
I'm
going to
good.
Texas
How are
in May.
you?
I'm going to Houston.
Okay,
I'm going to Houston for my birthday. I'm going to the zoo and
okay,
aquarium. And I found this spot down there that serve armadillo burgers.
okay.
I gotta try
Yeah,
one.
Texas is just it's my kind. So I'm like even here, living here in Fort Washington. So I don't you know where Fort Washington is? It's right near National Harbor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons why we chose Fort Washington, it was we moved here before they even built the National Harbor. So we bought here. We built, the National Harbor wasn't here when we moved here in
Mm,
2003, January 2013. They had started breaking the ground. So we moved here because it's country. Like Fort Washington, even though it's so close to Washington D.C., it's country.
mm,
So Texas give me that vibe. I still want to be able to go and have a nice time when I want to have a nice time.
mm.
Good country people. I like Southern belles, and it is animal friendly. And that is when I get my alligator.
I would do. I ain't gonna lie. If I definitely had the space and if it was legal in Maryland, I would definitely get a caiman. Like I want a
Got
caiman.
you.
We
Well,
had matter
so
of
that's
fact we got.
how I ended up with the Asian water monitor. We was at Nerd. I wanted a caiman. My husband said
Mhm.
no to the alligator, no to the caiman. But when
Like
he
they ain't gonna
saw
know
me,
we driving back down.
so I
They ain't
literally,
gonna know.
the Asian water monitor was like, oh, this is the closest I can get to my gator. So
Mm,
I'm happy. But when I go to Texas, we're building, and I'm going to have a gator. Whatever we buy has to have a double car garage. One of the
mm,
garages is going to be for Larry's house that he has here now in the garage to be able to be moved there and add
mm,
a whole enclosure for a gator.
mm.
That's what we're doing. And I would be whole. Hey, Deb. Oh, El Paso, Texas. Oh,
Pasco.
I'm coming to
Mm.
Texas. It's going to be somewhere in Texas. It's going to be between Fort Worth and Dallas, though, to be honest.
That's like Central Texas. Well, like in the middle of Texas,
So
Fort
I don't
Worth.
know. Texas is so big. I don't know what they call it. It's the happening for me. So it's the place where I can get the city. I can get the country living with city amenities. All in one. I gotta have that combination. I don't want nobody around me when I'm home, but when I want to go out, I want people around me.
What do you think about California?
Too far west, but my thing with California is the laws. They're not as friendly as Texas when it comes to animal laws. And if I'm going to
Uh,
move, I'm going to relocate from Maryland and risk natural disasters. I'm going to definitely be crumbling with a whole bunch of animals that I never could have in Maryland.
yeah,
Hey, Warfield. Hey, what's up? What's up? Thanks for coming through. Another good
what's up,
podcast I
man?
love watching. So Warfield Morris, make sure you drop your links in here. Candy got to tell me when she's
North
coming on the
Texas.
show. Hopefully, when you get some, hopefully, Candy, when you get some beardies dropping and you got some time off.
DFW. What's DFW?
Dallas Fort Worth.
Oh.
Dallas Fort Worth. Yeah. So that's where. You know how
That
we
was
talk
dumb.
talking
DFW.
airports. Did you mean DFW? No. I'm joking. M Tip said he's around Fort Bliss. Yeah. So that's my goal. So everything we do from what we already said, we started this plan last June. My
Mm.
stepdaughter will be at the age where she's, old enough to fly, with grown actually and flying. My grandkids will be a little older so that they can get on planes, and things like that. Because those are the things that hold us. It's the babies. I love
Mm.
my grandchildren are everything to me, and I got to be where I can just get there quick if I got to shoot somebody. They got to be like I can't be grandma. I gotta get on a plane. I need to call in the reinforcements. I'm gonna be there in a few hours, but I don't play about my grandkids. Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yes, man. I'm coming up soon.
That's what's up. 310 is in California. Yeah. So yeah, Texas is just me. It has a little bit of all of my personality, like Turks and Caicos. So when I retire, I always tell my husband, can we just go to Turks and Caicos? Because it has all of my personality. Everything I want, everything I like to be. I have different facets of personality at different times.
Mm.
Texas and Turks and Caicos is a definition of who I am. Well rounded.
Turf and Takeover. Who's
Turks and
that?
Caicos, it's an island,
Oh.
a Caribbean island. One of
Oh,
the
all right.
most amazing Caribbean islands you can ever visit, but it's more, I don't want to say Americanized, it's one of the richer islands. So you get that nice, rich Caribbean experience, but still cheaper than living in the United States. So, yeah. All right. So, if anybody else have any questions, please drop them in the comments for Derrick. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to Lady T's Exotics on YouTube, Lady T's Exotics on Instagram, and Lady T's Exotics on TikTok. Please, please check out Derrick Haire. Derrick is actually on Exotic Change on YouTube, Exotic Change on
Oh
Instagram,
yeah.
and,
On
and he's going to
YouTube.
create a
Well,
TikTok. Go ahead.
yes. On YouTube, the video's about to start back up. I had to get a whole new computer, and my buddy just finished it. So thank God. Somebody can ask, "What you gonna do nothing?" My computer's done. I gotta get a brand new computer. But yes, probably shoot the next week. I should have a video up from the reptile show that I couldn't edit.
Okay, that's what's up. Um, so yeah, so if there's no other questions, Derrick, thank you so much. So again, people, as I reach out to you for this podcast, I choose to interview people who are instrumental in our hobby in different ways. Very positive in the hobby. As you can see, one of my things, we exude positive energy only. If you ain't trying to be positive, take the negative over there because this is how we rolling. Everybody on the podcast I'm inviting on are people who have contributed personally in my life, people that I watch, I follow, I have interest in, or people that I just really, really have met, like Bosa Balls. I know I said this a lot, but I'm telling you guys, like, there are people that I'm meeting now that I have never met personally who show more love than the people that I engage with every single day. And I'm telling you that I say it all the time. If you show me love, I show you love. I'm going to big
Mhm.
you up as much as you big me up. I don't have to know you, never have to sit at your table. But that's what we're going to do for each other. I encourage you all to do that when you get some form of platform or when you have some form of platform. Gershon opened some great tools for us, for me and a group of others. But for me, I will always show love. So y'all can get tired of hearing his name because he opened up a window for me that I just bust through and I'm not looking back. And also it connected me with people in the hobby who are doing positive things, think positive. So join some of these podcasts. Definitely join Friday Night Peace Constrictors. Definitely join Warfield um, show. It's so many. Spicy Noodles is a new one who just kicked it off. I
Mm.
would say this. If you come and drop your business in the link on Friday nights at Keys Constrictors Hair Down Fridays, you're going to get an outpour of love. Engage with that group of people who are connected with so many other people who's showing genuine love. And I promise you, you're going to see the fruits of your labor quicker than you have just trying to market in different venues or with the people that you know personally. Facts. I said it. Derrick, thank you
Mm.
so much.
You
Always shout
welcome.
out to my bro fam. Always that's always my love. Q, who always in the background, cheering me on, bigging me up, sharing my love. Appreciate that brother so much. I support him. No, everybody know I don't play about my bro fam. I just really, really appreciate everyone who takes the time out to join my live personally because this is a new venture for me, and I feel loved and I feel blessed. Continue to share my YouTube content. There's more coming. We're breeding now over here. Actively breeding. I'm just not talking about it a lot because I'm scared as shit that something might go wrong. So, but just know, this we're
You gotta
doing it
be
over here.
positive.
Right.
You
How you
gotta
said
be
we was
positive. You're
little.
gonna get
They're
eggs.
doing it over here. They're doing it over here. I'm just here to share it. And so yeah, when something happens, I'll definitely when an egg hatch and a little head come wiggling out, I'll share that. Until then, y'all, I'm nervous as hell. I feel like I'm pregnant and a high risk
They'll come.
pregnancy. Thank you so much. Derrick, you have anything you want to share? Last
Uh,
leaving out?
look for the
Smash
YouTube
that like
videos.
button. My boy
Huh?
Mike said smash that like Mike said smash that like button. Y'all do it. Like, right, Mike? That's how we do. I call myself look, I'm the only female in the crew of the usual suspects next to Keisha. Keisha, she's the partner. She can't be considered as the only female. She's the queen around there. But yeah. Thank you, Mike. That's love. That's love. Definitely Candy doing big things. Candy be producing them fire dragons, them fire dragons.
Mm.
And I think if I'm not mistaken, Melody's babies that she just hatched out were babies from Candy. Candy, if I'm wrong, tell me, but I believe they were your babies. She got those dragons from you. I'm coming on next week. This week I was looking like a hag, a real hag, not the usual hag on Friday nights, but I was looking like a real hag. I ain't want to come on. People might have asked y'all lives like, she came on there looking at it like that. I'm on next week though, for sure. For sure. But even if I'm not on the screen, y'all know I'm right there. I'm in the comments. I'm there. I'm following. I'm learning. I'm bigging y'all up. Great group of people. Great group of. Can't wait to meet some of them in Tinley in March. Just love. Oh, they were not your babies. Different ones. I'm proud of her though. Dope. I mean, she did her thing with them. Look, I just assumed they were yours, right? All right. Spicy noodles. All right, guys. So that's it for us. I appreciate you all. Derrick, again, thanks. I will have you on again. I might ask you to join on our all male panel that may be happening. I believe I'm going to be doing that on April 30th. So let me just give y'all an idea what's coming up. Next week we got Vaughn Guidance from Vaughn Guidance Designs here, who's going to talk some reptiles and reptile design, and share you. I want y'all to see
I
everybody.
want to
Please
rub.
invite your friends. Invite your people in the reptile hobby. Invite your people next week outside the reptile hobby. When I tell you this chick produces dope everything, she produces dope everything, and she doesn't rip you off. She charges what I believe is more than reasonable for some amazing talent. So
Mm.
please share. Make sure when I share that link in Instagram and on my Facebook page that you're sharing it with your peeps because I promise you somebody's going to benefit from knowing somebody like Von Guy. like I have. She's definitely going to always, I don't care how much I blow up, you're going to hear always how she contributed that logo right there and how it kicked off my brand. And I love her for that. That logo looks good on any piece of clothing, hat, bracelet, anything. My team, my employees took that logo and had me all of these things printed, coffee mugs and everything. And everything looked beautiful with that logo. So I appreciate her so much.